Hello, everyone. I'm here from Traveling Shots Photography and Camera. Um, Today, I'm gonna give my first review on a camera lens combination. Here, it's Nikon D90. Solid camera even to this day. Uh, Past about a week and a half, almost 2 weeks now. I will say, very comfortable camera to use. Very intuitive camera to use in full manual mode. I'm not a full manual shooter. Before. With the D60, it was I never could not use full manual for some weird reason. I just felt it awkward to use on the D60. I know it works the same as it on here, but I think it's the controls that make the difference. So you step up a few generations of the D60. It's a crop sensor, camera, ASP, ASC, or whatever you want to call it, the crop sensor. The lens I have on it now is a full frame lens. And I'll say one thing. I was worried, a little bit worried initially, not having ever owned a full frame lens before for my cameras. I always bought crop set DX lenses for my Nikons. But since I got this lens Saturday afternoon, I went out right away, got some phenomenal shots with it that I've been trying to capture for years. It's a very fast, it's a very quick lens. For me, anyways, it's 3.5 to 5.6 minimum f-stop aperture. Uh, Reach, it's there, but it's not there. With it, 200 millimeters, plenty for a lot of things, different tasks. It got some really crisp, clear shots of things I thought were going to be blurry. But it doesn't. I'm not sure how to do it with here right now. I'm not technical savvy when it comes to YouTube and all this bullshit. So yeah. Yes, I say what I saw in my mind. Right, I'll tell you, get my actual thoughts here. Uh, Camera's easy use is phenomenal. Being a more complicated camera from 2008-ish, I believe, 2008, 2009-ish, great little camera. It's a good sized camera, comfortable. My only qualm, it's it's a little bit too, not tall enough. Just a wee bit too short, if you ask me. Like, from the bottom to the top, to me, it feels a little short, especially in the grip area. Uh, but compared to, say, D60 or the film camera I start off with, the Canon AE1, AE2, this is bulky. But I like the bulk. It's comfortable. It's great for. I haven't tried it with sports yet or stuff I want to do it with it yet, but it's great. 4 frames per second, 4.5 frames per second with it. Uh, on continuous burst high. I'm sure probably get boosted up. Feature wise, what I like about it, I have the two wheels, one on the front, one on the back. So I have this one set to shutter, which I might switch that one back up here to have this on the aperture. I'm still learning the camera. Some things are getting comfortable. I'm adjusting it as I go, see what works best for me, and all that. Great little camera overall. It does a great job. I like these older crop sensors, these older cameras for a reason. The image quality is phenomenal on them. I have a couple shots that I'm going to post on YouTube, Facebook, and other places that actually it's already posted on Facebook on my personal profile. Of a shot that I just fell in love with. When I saw it, it came out almost perfect right from the get go. I just need to do minor touches to get it to where I wanted. The built-in flash is okay. So I just got back in photography when I got this camera. Actually, I lost all my camera equipment a few years ago due to something that happened. So yeah, that I stopped doing my photography. I've been trying to get that camera, trying to figure out a way to get a camera for the last couple of years, and I finally was able to manage to get one thanks to my mom. Little early birthday present. And I'll tell you one thing: Would you ask me which one? It's like out of all that's where we went. They had the case. This one was the one that jumped out at me the most for whatever reason. It a newer camera, newer model, and I passed that over for this little guy. Why? It's one of the cameras when I first started digital photography I wanted to get back then. Don't ask me why. It was just a gut instinct on the camera. That is for the lens, the 28 to 200 millimeter lens that's on it. Very compact, full frame lens. Only thing is, it's not a VR lens. So I'm one of those guys. I do a lot of handheld shots. So I mainly handhold my camera, do handheld shots with it. So there's some ish. That's where it gets to be where I fuck up the most is my hands move or does something and causes a little bit of motion blur, a little bit of softness from the subject material. So it's more so me causing the fuck ups. Uh, like I always say, it's not the camera. The camera's only the tool. It's the tool behind the camera that makes the difference, that makes the shot what it is. My philosophy of photography is I stuck in the film days. My philosophy is get as much done in camera to do as very little as possible in post, if anything in post. That's always been my goal. Always my goal. The least amount of post work I have to do on a photo, the better. Playing with this lens, I'll tell you what, right now, I got some great shots just playing with it. Imagine I actually took my time to set the shot up, tripod. So, yeah, the lenses I do want to get, I want to get the 50 millimeter. I want to get the 35 millimeter. I want the 150 600, I think it is. I think Sigma makes a good one. The Nikon one is just way too expensive, and yeah, I want to do sports. That's where I want to do sports. I want to do nature and wildlife photography. So that's probably one of my next lenses. Is probably going to be the 50 or 35, then maybe the 55 300, just to get a little bit more reach for me. Maybe a 70 to 300 VR FX lens, possibly. I'm trying to plan ahead here for the day I upgrade this and relegate this to my backup camera. So yeah, so this is probably my backup, and probably gonna have this lens on it when it's my backup because it's such a great combination lens for a great walk around lens. The 18 to 140, was a lens I was looking at, and when this lens came up on Facebook Marketplace locally for me, I put it aside. Okay, talk to the guy and find out his bottom line. You buy gears, used lens. I don't know the condition of it. It's Facebook Marketplace. So I don't trust people generally. Marketplace, but the seller was phenomenally amazing. I recommend him. If he has any other gear, I'm keeping an eye on his stuff in case he has any more camera gear he's trying to get rid of. Because I already dealt with him. Great person. He understood. He said, "Oh yeah." He said, "What camera are you using it with?" I said, "D90." He says, "Oh, great. It'll work perfectly with that." It's actually my first camera with in-body autofocus for digital. Because I had the D6, like I said, and I had the Canon Rebel T1i. Another great camera from that time frame, that era of digital cameras. Still very relevant today. I'm going to use this camera, this body, the D90, on a professional basis. People say, "Oh, it's not enough for camera. You can't do it." Bullshit. 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 You can do a lot. The camera means fuck all. It's the idiot behind the camera. So, yeah, in this case, I'm the idiot behind the camera. So, yeah, it's solid overall. Gets the job done better than I ever could imagine. First shot I got out of it was perfect. I just said, okay, let's get a bit this, use the metering mode. I notice a lot of times I have to go at negative exposure value on it just to get the shots in raw, just to do it, to get that in. So it works great. When I go in the process, it looks phenomenal. But lighten it up, I'd rather lighten my shots up than dark. I try to recover detail lost out in the blown out areas. So that's why I kind of use the negative exposure factor. Besides that, overall great camera. Still very, very relevant in 2024. Um, Overall camera when I got it, practically brand right out of the box. 500 shots, shutter actuations on it. In closing, let's say I'm going to talk about this debate very briefly, the mirrorless DSLR debate. I look at it this way: why upgrade to mirrorless when a DSLR is just as capable? I'm sure, yeah, you get better megapixel counts and all that bullshit, but 12.2 megapixels is 10 to 15 megapixels all what we really need for what the average person uses the cameras for. That's perfect. If you're doing billboard type stuff, or you're going to be blowing the image up to exorbitant sizes and very large sizes and formats, yeah, megapixels will matter. If you're just doing digital stuff, digital imagery for people, they're going to do their own printing. You tell them okay, limitations on it are there, but you get 10 by 12 or 10 by 14, you're pretty much set. The largest prints I'll probably do from the image of this probably going to be 8 by 10s. Right now, I'm going to upgrade it, boost that up if I get a mirrorless in the future. An upgrade. I'll probably go with the D50 first, or something similar. If I do go full frame. But mirrorless wise, I'm not sure about it yet. It's just one of those things. Great technology, great for sports, great for wildlife, faster and very continuous shutter is a rapid recommendation. You don't use. I used the basically basement memory card. I'm going to spend $350 on a memory card. Right now I have a 32 or 64 in my camera. Just filled up a 16 gigabyte card that's in the tablet right now, just so I can look at them. And the shots that are on the card, it's in the tablet, are phenomenal. So yeah, on closing, D90 for relevant 2024. You can find one for a good deal. They're usually around about averaging around 200 Canadian, 2 to 300 Canadian, 250 Canadian, body only with lens, but roughly that's actually with the lens on the used market here. If you in local markets, pawn shops or whatever, it's where I got mine. Was this one's from was the pawn shop, $200. Yeah, solid little camera, solid performer. I can't tell you how much it was new. It's like $1,200-$1,500 brand new with a different lens on it or body only. I don't remember. It was too long ago. But yeah, it's still a great camera. I'll go back after I sign off here. I'm going out and playing. I'm going to go have a little bit of fun, get a few of the shots. The lights outside right now is perfect. I take one no for photography. A little bit harsh light, but I enjoy that. I like the sunshine. And there I go. I get a good dynamic range, which is what I look for on days like today. A lot of my last shooting, my testing on this was with a cloudy day, so I didn't get that full effect of it, how good and crisp this lens ranges. How it does the sensor on this camera is phenomenal. So on that note, I'll say goodbye. Have a great day, and just get out there and shoot. Have a great day. Bye.